Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
So check it out. The D6 Squad has merch now. We got hoodies, tees, mugs, whatever you need. Check it out. Link in the description. What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. We back at it with another film session. Xavier Mckinney has not really made the flashy plays that stand out, that says, this dude is a playmaker. But he's been in the right spots, and that's why PFF graded him as the highest graded defensive player for Sunday's game. Xavier McKinney is right here at the deep safety position to start this off. I'm going to jump right into this. He's at the deep safety position, and it just pretty much just shows you he's getting more comfortable in the offense as it goes along. Let this run. He's making all kinds of audibles, communicating with Julian Love down there, talking to everybody on the defense. He's mostly been playing that deep safety spot that Julian Love down here is usually playing. And he played it pretty well. I mean, when you're playing a deep safety spot, you're just trying not to give anything up over the top, and nothing went over the top. He didn't have any missteps. No one looked him off. Nothing went over the top. And when he had to come down and make tackles, he made it. So 76 PFF grade is above average, but it really was because he followed all of his assignments and he knew where he was supposed to be on the field, which is good progress. Guys, also remember, this is his fourth game back, and he had no offseason, and he's coming off of an injury. So give the dude a break. I've seen a lot of people bashing him and stuff and saying because he's not getting a whole bunch of interceptions and tackles for loss off the bat, he's not good, but he's not even being used in the same ways that Jabril Peppers and Logan Ryan are. He's not being put in positions to be this exciting playmaker. He's been filling in a slot corner position, and he's been playing a deep safety spot. So let's just watch him. Most of the game, he just pretty much just played that deep safety spot, and just look at his movement. Like, for all you people that say he's not going to be a good free safety and he needs to be in the box, just watch the movement. Watch the movement. You see Landon Collins doing this? Watch the movement. I mean, he got deep. This right here was a cover too. He got deep, and he pretty much took away that route. So that's just the first play to just show you he knows what he's doing. He's making audibles. He's talking to people, communicating. Shows he's getting better at what he's doing. And, he's not the full-time free safety, so this is a new spot for him. And he's just, getting into his back pedal, getting into his drop, taking away that slant across the middle. Well, not necessarily the slant, but taking away that post. And, you'll live with that every time. Now, of course, the ball is already thrown, but that's not necessarily his fault. So let's move on. Now, for this particular play, already got it running. Nothing crazy pre-snap. Xavier McKinney's right in the middle of the field playing that deep safety. And I believe that this is where he's best fit. I believe that sticking Xavier McKinney at deep safety and allowing him to watch the field and not give anything up over the top, you play against teams that will eventually start to try us deep. He's going to have a chance at a lot of plays because he's always in the right spot. So just watch him drop. Very smooth drop. Like I said, compare this to Landon Collins. Compare this to the box safety. He's really getting in and out of his breaks very well for someone who's a safety. And he's just dropping. The ball's thrown, and watch him close the gap. Watch him close the gap. He makes a tackle before anybody else is closer. So I'll take that, man. I'll take it. Again, all you Giants fans looking for the flashiest plays, that's not the defense that we play, especially with James Bradbury out. He's not taking a whole bunch of risks. He's not trying to blow somebody up. First off, because he's playing 15, 16 yards off the line of scrimmage. And he's doing his job, playing deep coverage. Now, I just wanted to show one more play. It's just showing how well he moves in space. Again, I'm going to rehash this because I got a lot of comments on my last McKinney video. I'm going to rehash this. This is what he's supposed to be doing. He got a 76 PFF grade because it's what he's supposed to be doing. We're not looking for spectacular plays, and people aren't throwing towards him because he's doing his job. Not everybody is getting a whole bunch of tackles. That's not everybody's role on the defense. So let's watch him. He's in man coverage here. He's coming across the field. And this is, I think, I'm not sure who this is, but he's going to track this receiver up the field, and he hasn't even turned yet. Now, of course, this ends up being a screen, and you probably want him to recognize that it's a screen early on in the play, but I don't have any issue with this. It just shows his physical tools. As he plays more, as he learns more, he's going to be able to get off of this dude right when he sees that this ball is getting thrown, and you'll see him make a beeline for Kareem Hunt in the future. But we got dogs up there anyway. We got Blake Martinez. Can somebody please tell me how he's not in the Pro Bowl? And now for all my people that said you wanted to see him in the box or playing some kind of a run stuffing role, he can do that too. He's a do-it-all safety. He's a legitimate full-around safety. He can play in the slot. We've seen it. He's a do-it-all guy. He can cover the tight ends. He can cover the slot receiver. He can play deep safety. So this time, he's kind of playing a deep safety, but you're close to the goal line. And watch what he does. Very simple. Nick Chubb is going to take off with the ball. 29 right here. Top left corner of the screen. He's going to just track him. Attack the first hole. It's going to make Nick Chubb have to cut back, which, I mean, Xavier Mckinney, the few times I've seen him try to keep contained and, fill holes in the run game, he does a good job. Nick Chubb is going to cut back, and he's going to follow him. And at this point, he bought enough time for his defense to recover, and this ends up not being a touchdown. Now, of course, I think Nick Chubb ended up getting in the next couple plays, but that's what you need from your safeties. Just fill the gaps on the goal line and drive him back inside so he doesn't get to that edge. You do not need the running back getting to the edge and just getting an easy touchdown on the goal line. So I liked what he did here. Let's watch it one more time. And you can tell he's not afraid to get mixed up with offensive linemen. He's just going to track him. He's almost playing spy with him. Track him. You want to cut back? I'll cut back with you. And matter of fact, the offensive lineman can't block two of us. So we're both going to be in the hole to stop you from getting this touchdown. Shout out to Leonard Williams, man. All right, so this last play is just another run play. And you'll see him. He'll do a great job of keeping contained. From this angle, you can see a really good job. 29 is right here lined up over top of this receiver, Xavier Mckinney. What he's going to do is just be patient. He's sitting. He's letting Blake Martinez be aggressive there. And this is what I mean by Patrick Graham's defense. People have different roles. We talk about how great Blake Martinez and Jabril Peppers are when they're making plays and tackles for losses, but they're being put in positions to do it. Xavier McKinney has been put in these positions to do the dirty work, kind of like how Julian Love has been. He's been that deep safety for most of the year, and he's done his job. He's been in the right spots. But just watch. McKinney is going to, first off, get off me. I'm not getting blocked by no receiver. Like, not at all. He's not getting blocked by a receiver. They're trying to go his way, and what he's going to do is just simply keep contained. I'm keeping contained, and there's no getting outside there. And then he mixes it up down there. But it's just the little things like this. Just getting this dude off you, making sure there's no outside, because the way this is blocked, he should be able to cut this. He should be able to bounce this out, but the receiver can't block him. He's too physical. He never let him get his hands inside. He just pushes him off and bench presses him off of him. And that's that, man. I just wanted to get this point across because I saw a lot of people with the last McKinney film session. They seem confused. Xavier McKinney isn't getting a ton of interceptions and he's not getting a ton of sacks and big plays, but he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And what more can you expect from a rookie who has missed, 10 games? Came back in November. Didn't have an off season. And he's behind two safeties who should have been in the Pro Bowl. I don't know how they're not. And then you have Julian Love that's been playing great at that deep safety spot for most of the year. What do you expect from the dude? We've seen him line up at middle linebacker. We've seen him line up at slot corner. We've seen him line up outside. We've seen him line up at edge rusher. We've seen him line up at free safety, strong safety, hybrid outside linebacker. We've seen him line up everywhere, play zone and man coverage, spy the quarterback. What more do you expect from a guy that's playing all over the defense that's this young? Xavier McKinney will be a good player because he's able to do all of these things well. Now, when he gets to settle into a position, probably next year because Logan Ryan is most likely gone, when he gets to settle into that position next year, you're going to see those plays start to happen. You might see it in the next couple of weeks. You're going to see interceptions. You're going to see forced fumbles. But right now, he's doing what he needs to do. He's keeping contained. He's making sure he doesn't get beat over the top. He's making the short tackles. He's helping out his teammates, calling things out. And that's all I could ask for. And I expect a lot more from Xavier McKinney as we continue to grow. But Giants fans, give him a break. PFF, for one time, I can actually agree with PFF. He had a solid game. He showed up and did exactly what he was asked of the entire game. Didn't make one mistake. So you guys let me know what you're thinking of the development of Xavier McKinney. Do you still think he's a bust, like 3 games into him finally getting significant play? Let me know in the comments. So if you made it this deep into the video, I'm calling you a D6 Squad member. If you're a D6 Squad member, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to turn on that notification bell. And listen, I make all kinds of content for NFL teams. So if you're not a Giants fan, don't worry. I'll cover your team. If I'm not covering your team, let me know. And have a good one.